What is up? What is up? Your boy is back in business. I don't know if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I see you guys in the back room. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yes, sir. All right. Back in business with your boy. Let me bring everybody in here. Everybody say what's up to Batman.
What's going on?
Say what's up to and say what's up to the one and only Big John. What it do, peoples?
What's going on, family? How's
What's
everybody
going on, guys?
Oh, man, I'm back in business. I'm so happy right now. So happy. What's happening, man?
Man, the only time I saw you this happy was when you were first on Pornhub. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, why you putting out my business like that, bro? Not cool. Don't be putting out my business like that, bro.
Hey, man, you know what it is.
Yo,
man.
everybody in the comments, what's up? What's up? Thank y'all for coming in and showing up. I appreciate y'all. Much love, especially from everyone here on the panel to you guys. Much love to everybody, definitely. But we're gonna kick the show off, just like the title says. What are the keys to beating this Baltimore Ravens? I mean, we don't have a good track record with them. When they come with the heavy hitters. They come and they knock our heads off every time, bro. So, what are the 5 keys?
Can we start with the obvious?
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, don't play Jacoby Brissett.
Speak.
That's the elephant in the room.
I knew it. I knew it.
Hey, I said it earlier today. Tua with one arm and one leg is better than Jacoby Brissett, bro.
That's facts.
He had 2 limbs and he's still better.
That's facts.
I know that's right. Bro, you know what, Big John? I got a bone to pick with you, though, bro. Because
what's that, man?
You was on 5 reasons and you ain't going to shout us out, bro?
Did you not read my reply? We're on live. Did you read my reply?
Nowadays?
No.
Who reads comments nowadays?
It's called reading your text message. No, I didn't. First of all, I didn't shout you guys up. I didn't shout the show because he normally tells me, "Hey, Big John, do you have anything that you're doing so you can shout it out?" And he didn't give me that option today. He shouted me out by himself, and that told me I gotta get off. I was like, okay.
Look at my face.
Hey, man. Hey, I don't know if that's a wink and you're throwing me a kiss.
A little of both, bro. A little of both.
Oh.
All right, so number 1 key, don't play Brissett or Brisket. A better Brisket, bro. I love calling him Brisket because it just shows up perfectly on the phone.
TD's the one that started that mess in the preseason. It was calling him Brisket the whole time, and I was like,
no, but every time you say Brissett, but it never pops up as Brissett. The phone doesn't even recognize him.
You gotta put him as Brisket.
Oh, bat. Give me the 5 keys to beating Baltimore, bro. Give me the 5 keys.
Well, we were talking about early amongst ourselves, so we were trying to think of ideas. Obviously, we're gonna state some of the obvious, right? Lamar Jackson. We gotta contain him. It's easy to say. At the end of the day, what we want him to do is what? Throw the ball, right?
And hard to do.
We gotta pressure him. Apply pressure. Give him some exotic blitzes. If I'm the Miami Dolphins, I'm putting Jerome Baker to spy on him the whole day. He got the speed to keep up with him. Try not to do nothing stupid when it comes to dropping.
You think Jerome Baker's as fast as Lamar?
I'm not saying that, but that's one of the guys that we out there, arguably one of the fastest guys we have. You don't have to say he's good at coverage. You don't have to say that he's bad at tackling, but the man could at least try to keep up with him. And we could have that quarterback spy on the line or on the linebackers. That is our fastest guy.
I mean, not to interrupt Batman, but do you see Michael Vick playing defense on our team?
No,
I don't.
We don't.
Ain't nobody faster than him, though. Ain't nobody faster than Lamar Jackson in the NFL.
Javon Holland's pretty quick.
Yeah, but he's not gonna put. Are you gonna put him? Okay, so you're gonna let's just switch. Let's switch and have Jerome Baker play safety, which would really be bad. And Javon Holland covering him. You know, what are you gonna do?
No, but you can switch it up. You
know what we need to do? No, we gotta put Waddle. We gotta put Waddle to play defense and let him.
Porque hacer brujería que no juegue. No, si hago brujería no juega. There you go. No juega. Out with the illness.
Hey, bro, you can't say stuff like that, bro. People are
Let
gonna
me-
take you the wrong way, big John. You
Let me
can't be
just
saying
say
stuff
let me
like
just
that.
say something though. I don't think you guys noticed, but we're less than 24 hours from kickoff. At least we're excited about that. We feel very excited.
Yeah, bro. Bad. Look at that collection, bro. Damn.
Gonna get rid of it real soon, man.
I was
Real
about to
soon.
say those shoes, man. If you don't use them, they're gonna
Sheesh.
break down in a few years, man.
They do. It happens,
Hey,
man. When you don't wear nothing.
What
Sell
size are
them on
you?
Amazon, bro. Sell them on Amazon.
Size
You're good.
12. Size
Hey, I
12.
can fit on some, man. Ship some of them my way.
Little by little, I'm getting rid
Bro,
of. Little
bro,
by
you
little.
know you got that at the, bro. You know you got those at the Opalaka flea market, bro. You know you got that at the Opalaka flea
Been
market.
collecting
Hey,
since I was
listen.
14.
Hey, my daughter's 2. If you give me shoes now, when she's 15, I can put them on. It works, bro.
Hey, I want to shout
No,
out the
but
comment
no, but by
section.
then they'd be worth too much money, bro.
Want to shout out my girlfriend. She's in the comment section, Dana, and I want to shout out my boy Joey Relax.
Hey, what's up, girlfriend?
She's in the comment section. My boy Joey
Yo,
Relax.
Joey,
saying,
just relax, bro.
he said, "I think if we get more touchdowns in Baltimore, we will win." He said.
Hey, she needs to put Batman's girlfriend, so we know in parentheses.
Hey, Miami Sports Fanatics. For those of you that don't know, Miami Sports Fanatics, his name is Gio. I just think that saying Miami Sports Fanatics is just too long. So just so everybody knows, this is Gio. He's part of the Miami Football Talk team. And you'll be seeing him here always. Just some news for you guys. The 4 people that you see on this channel up right now will be part of the Miami Football Talk team. It'll be every Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m. We'll be live on the dot. Show up and show out. All right. Give me some keys to the Dolphins beating the Baltimore Ravens this week.
Definitely containing Lamar Jackson. He's their leading rusher right now. 97 rush attempts, 600 yards. Turnovers. Whenever we get turnovers, we have to capitalize on those turnovers and score points. We can't get turnovers and then give another turnover away. That's not going to translate to success. So definitely containing Lamar Jackson. He's going to get his yards, but keep him to a minimum. I think you hold him down to at most 40, 50 yards because it's impossible to him not get any yards. So just limit the amount of yardage he gets and take advantage of those turnovers.
That's right, man.
Agreed.
Key points.
Agreed. I think that to add on to that, I think that just to add on to that a little bit, I think that one of the major things that we need to focus on is making sure that these receivers catch the freaking ball, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is heartbreaking when you're on that third down and
Devontae Parker drops his ball.
just drops it.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully he's not playing. Thankfully he's not playing.
Come on.
So we got Parker and Fuller still out. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So now, is that something that's going to hurt us? Is that something that's going to hurt us not having Parker against the
I would think we're going to see more of Kirk Merritt.
I hope so.
I think Kirk Merritt is going to carve up a bigger role. We saw him a little bit last week. He's fast out there, man. If Jacoby would have connected with him, he was open on a few routes, and the throw that he did attempt, it was a little underthrow, but Kirk Merritt beat 2 defenders. Kirk Merritt, man, I have a feeling he's going to have a big role this game.
Okay. Big John, what are some of the keys you think that we need to do?
I hope that he comes out and shows out.
Well, not to rehash certain things that were said. Obviously, we need to contain Lamar Jackson. That's a given. But I think that one of the we need to do, to be honest, is they need to play that amoeba defense, not necessarily to put pressure on Lamar Jackson. It's more to put pressure on their offensive line. They're missing their left tackle.
Right.
They're
Good point.
missing running backs. They're missing receivers. And by putting pressure on them, by playing that amoeba defense, there's a good possibility you can keep them behind the sticks just because they're going to commit holding calls. People
Right.
don't really realize that, but the Dolphins got 6 holding calls last game against the Texans. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily just to put pressure. You don't have to put pressure on him. If the guy grabs you and if it's a holding call, you're putting him back 10 yards. You know, you're helping out the defense even if you're not blitzing them. So that's why I never understood why, like I said on Donald's show, I don't understand why you're trying to fix something that doesn't need fixing. You're
Right.
first and third down defense, first in defensive scoring. You know, you're first in turnovers, 23 games in a row, but you're going to change defense for what reason? Because let's just sit there and say, for argument's sake, okay, they didn't put in the pressure
Oh, yeah, I
package
like to
because
argue, bro.
huh? Say what?
I don't like to argue, bro.
Who's
You said
arguing?
for argument's sake. I don't like to argue.
Oh!
That's
A
what you
Cuban
said. You said
joke
for
in the middle of my
argument's
thing.
sake.
Okay.
I don't think anybody else is gonna get that.
Sorry, bro. Look, bro. I'm sorry. Bottom line is this. You sit there. Let's just say let's make Flo correct. Let's just suppose he's correct, which he's made no correct decision the entire season. Okay? But let's just say, okay, you put in the zone defense, you don't play the amoeba defense because you're playing 2 rookies, right?
Right.
That to me is nonsense from one standpoint. The only player who's playing on that defense that doesn't know the defense per se, and he's a 16-year veteran, is McCourty. Because Javon Holland wasn't playing every snap. He wasn't starting. And Jalen Phillips wasn't starting either. So the same 11 players who were playing last year, who know the defense, would have been able to play from week 1 against a rookie quarterback who everybody says is great, but that was his first NFL game. He hadn't thrown an NFL snap, an NFL pass. You're going to tell me you're not going to blitz Mac Jones?
That's true.
Well, what are you doing? So like that to me makes no sense. I heard ball game. I love ball game to death. Oh, the thing is, you know, they didn't install it because there was rookies were playing. What rookie? Yeah, Javon Holland played. Yeah, Jalen Phillips played, but they weren't playing the entire game. You could have installed the amoeba defense from day 1. Why are you changing your defense for no reason? Having all these, we should be right now tied for first place in the AFC East at 5-3, and we're 2-7.
2-7.
That doesn't make any sense.
Patriots are what, like 1 game away from tied from first, right?
They're 5 yeah.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't understand that. So
Which
that
is
to me
crazy.
makes no sense.
Which is crazy. That's crazy if you ask me.
Defense.
So wait a minute. But we want to blame Tua.
Right, of course.
Tua didn't play week 2 because he got knocked out because Jesse Davis can't keep my daughter from getting the Tua. Okay. What was it? Kobe Brissett can't throw a pass that hits anybody in the hands. He threw the ball. Look, first he got Will Fuller injured because he broke his finger.
He threw it right to the dirt.
He underthrew Kurt Merritt, who was wide open. He took 6 seconds to throw the ball to Albert Wilson the other day on a check down. He hit more. Look, he literally hit more helmets than he had consecutive completions last week. He threw a ball to somebody's helmet that was intercepted and a ball that was completed. He didn't throw 3 straight completions all game.
I think Brissett's biggest problem is his hesitation. If you watch him when he's throwing the ball, he does this like stutter. You know what I mean?
But that's
He sees it open.
Yeah.
He sees it open. He does one of these like.
I think he's trying to figure out. I think he's trying to figure out if he wants to throw the pass or he wants to take that 2-3 yard rush. I think that's what is in his head.
And then he gets sacked.
I don't know what it is, but he needs to fix it.
What is he rushing for? He can't run.
I know, but he likes it.
Tom
That's what he likes
Brady's
to
about
do.
50% right now.
He loves to get that 2 yard gain. He that's what he loves. Hey, Heat fans, what's
Bro,
your
let me tell
opinion on
you,
the points of the game?
All right. Before I in my opinions, I won't be surprised if we lose 59-10 against the Ravens because they're not a team to take lightly, obviously. No, there were some good points. We gotta stop Lamar Jackson if we can. You know, our offense has to step it up, obviously. You know, we played a not great defense, which is Houston. And actually, I want to actually get something. There was a tweet.
ask away, bud.
No, because I searched up to his name on Google, and I don't know if he's playing or not.
Tua?
I mean, give me your guys' opinion on this.
Right.
Why isn't Tua good? Like, I want your guys' opinion. Why isn't Tua good?
Let's go
I
around the
think
board.
it's too.
One at a time. One at a time.
Miami football
One
talk.
at a time.
Start it off.
I'll go first here. I think that it's not that Tua's not good. I think it's the talent that's around him failing. The coaches failing on what their jobs are supposed to do is making Tua worse than what he's supposed to be. I think if there was receivers that were out there that were consistently out there to where he can actually have time to be able to connect with them, you'd see a different side of Tua. I think that if there was enough blocking on the line to be able to get the receivers time to develop these routes and not be that 1.5 second drop, 5 yard, 10 yard max, I think you'd see a different side of Tua. I think the side that you're seeing of Tua is his anticipation to know that somebody's coming for him right now. I need to get rid of this ball right now. And a lot of people are saying, well, he's not all that great. He's just dinking and ducking and this and that or whatever. Well, you have to realize when you have an offensive line that's just there and banging you away every second and a half, 2 seconds, you have somebody in your face. Sure, every now and then the line gives them 4 seconds. But they give him those 4 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever it is, he extends the play. There's only 2 receivers that he can ever throw to. There's either Gesicki and Waddle. They double cover them. The other guys, I mean, they got bricks for hands. They're not catching. So
Yep.
I feel like it's not really why isn't Tua not doing so good. I think it's more of why isn't the team producing better for him,
Stepping up, yeah.
if that makes sense.
You want me to go second? Or, no, go ahead. I'll go last. Go ahead.
You go last. You go last.
I'm gonna
Let me piggyback off of Miami football talk. I agree 100%. I think it's a collective thing, not just quarterback. They're not the plays. The plays are not helping him out that we're calling out there on offense, and for some reason we keep seeing defenses load the box, and we're not being creative on offense. One thing that I remember is flashback memory when Tannehill used to get sacked 56 times one season. And one of the things that the offensive coordinator did to give him extra time was rolling out. I have no idea why nobody is rolling out. No quarterback. No Tua, Brissett. No one's doing play action. I get it. Play action only works when you have a decent running attack. But at the same time, you got to roll out. You got to create that extra time. If it's not there, roll out. Another thing I've noticed is that when Tua has extended plays with his legs, like Cap said, Miami Football Talk said, we're not the receivers. They're staying in place. They're not moving to where Tua's moving to. They're just staying there. You see Mahomes roll out, any of these other quarterbacks, Burrow, extending the plays, and you see receivers either come back. You see receivers move with the quarterback, trying to get open, and that's not happening. Most of these receivers are just staying there. They're not moving. So it's like that awareness level is not there. Our offensive line is terrible, like Big John mentioned today on Donald's show. We have 3 of the worst offensive linemen in the NFL. 3. 2. I get it. You know, they had that chart 2 games ago where they showed all these quarterbacks that were throwing under 2.5 seconds. None of those quarterbacks have defensive players on their lap at 2.5 seconds. So that's the struggles that I'm seeing. That is evident there every Sunday, every time we play, and nothing's changing. We're doing the same thing over and over. The defense changed, but the offense just keeps doing the same thing out there. So that's a lack of wanting to change, I guess, personnel. The only people you could trust on our offense right now is Mike Gesicki and Waddle. So defenses know that. So when defenses know that, it makes it harder to create space on offense. For some reason, we're just not noticing that.
All right. I'm gonna bring
question.
Me.
Pat, can you hear me, Pat?
Yeah, we hear you. I hear you. It's
Loud
just
and
that the connection logged me out, so I had to log back in.
Okay.
Did you hear the question before you left?
Yeah, I heard the question. I'll go last.
You go. You go. We're gonna let Big John go last.
Go-
I know you're. I
Go
know.
ahead,
Look
go
at
ahead.
him. Look at him. He's like.
I missed out pretty much on what you guys said, but I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm not trying to get aggressive. I'm not trying to get angry. But listen, the question that you basically put out there was, what's basically hindering Tua from being Tua? That's pretty much the question, right?
Yeah, he said why is Tua bad?
Okay, so let me
No, that's
answer
true,
it. Let me answer it like this. Obviously Tua was a college superstar, right?
Mhm.
He did have good talent around him, had good coaching around him. A lot of people say he was a product of the system, right? That's what a lot of people say that just want to basically talk down on the kid, right? So I'm gonna put it like this. What was one of the things that Ryan Tannehill unfortunately didn't have, and we weren't able to provide for him for 7 seasons that he was with us? That was a strong run game, and he did get it when he got a Jay Ajayi. That was the year he got that Campbell literally took his knees out, and we made the playoffs. But unfortunately, we didn't have Tannehill to go into that Steelers game, and we got blown out. And Jay Ajayi balled out that year. We had a good run game. That we had a decent O line. We had good players on that O line. A lot of people like to basically turn that down. Now Tannehill has 7 years. I repeat myself. He has 7 years. I'm not gonna lie. That's not what we're trying to give Tua. That's understandable. But we're basing this kid, and from what he's given us so far up to this point. Now, does he have anything remotely close to an offensive line? Not even average. He doesn't even have an average offensive line. So I'm not here to just preach on the offensive line. But he doesn't even have an average offensive line. Coaching right now, for whatever reason, players, not just Flores, this goes off from the offensive line coach, this goes everywhere. There is some miscommunication going on because obviously, like Big John was saying earlier, we took a step back. For whatever reason, we took a step back on this defense, and that's hindering a lot of people saying because of the offense, the defense is not playing good. You're entitled to that. But this kid, I was happy with the Fuller acquisition. I was happy about trading up for Jalen Waddle because at the end of the day, we wanted weapons for this kid, right? So we were surrounding him with weapons. Is it injury-prone weapons? Possibly, but we still gave him weapons. But that offensive line has done nothing, and absolutely nothing, taking the next step necessary to improve. The only person that has improved, and I was looking at the stats today, is actually Robert Hunt. I believe he's in the top 3 in the NFL when it comes to run block. But then again, we don't run the ball. Why? Because we got running back by committee. I preach. I wanted a running back. I personally wanted Najee Harris. Big John was talking about us getting the Ravens, Mark Ingram. And at the end of the day, those are 2 solid backs that we could have had, and we were so ecstatic about taking the next step with Gaskin and signing a Malcolm Brown, and I was like, what are we doing? So what have we given this kid in order to succeed? Yes, we gave him Jalen Waddle, which is if If him and Tua would have been stuck out this season, he would have continued. Listen, Jalen Waddle only scores touchdowns when Tua's out there. Let's put it out there. That's the only way he scores touchdowns. Every game,
Yep.
almost every game Tua's been in, he has a touchdown or two. And unfortunately, they're not playing together. Tua's been hurt. He's been banged up. First injury wasn't his fault. Like Big John said, Jesse Davis literally 1.7 seconds, boom, straight to the ribs. A lot of people say, oh, a lot of people play with rib injuries. A lot of people play with, and I agree with that. But I want to give this kid a full season. So basically, we could basically point a finger, acknowledge his flaws, acknowledge his positive traits, but we can't do that because we're judging him on based on what 14? No,
14 games.
14 games, right?
14 games.
And it sucks, man. And listen, I might be wrong, but I'm telling you, these are facts. These are facts. We're giving them offensive weapons, but the offensive line stinks, man. Not even average.
And the coaching.
And coaching, of course.
All right, well, are you guys done so I can just give them a soliloquy?
All right, go ahead, Big John. Let's hear
All
it,
right.
bro.
First of all, I'm gonna start off by asking you a question, and you don't have to answer me. It's rhetorical. No, I'm asking him. It's rhetorical. First of all, everybody talks about Dolphins quarterbacks, right? Let's just take, for example, let's start it off with Dan Marino. Okay, Dan Marino is a great quarterback. Wait, I'm getting to a point. Let me go. Dan Marino, right? Okay, Dan Marino is a great quarterback, but Dan Marino had Richmond Webb and Keith Sims. Do you see a Keith Sims or Richmond Webb on this offensive line? The obvious answer is no.
Nope.
Dan Marino played with Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. Do you see a Duper or Clayton on this offense? No. Now, that being said, yes, they gave Tua weapons. All they did to this Dolphin team, if you really think about it, was subtract. They subtracted the safety. They subtracted Van Noy. They subtracted Eric Flowers. They subtracted Ted Karras. All the veterans on this team were taken off the team, and we were given a bunch of rookies. Now, Illuminor, they had him in the camp. They didn't play him. They cut him. Bottom line is, all they did was really subtract. They added Will Fuller. Will Fuller has yet to play a down with Tua Tagovailoa in any NFL game. Now, you're talking about why is Tua bad. Let's get to that. Tua's not bad. The problem is the offense is bad because if you really think about it, there is no receiver on this offense that can take the top off of defense. Not one. If you were going to if you say from the beginning of the year, we have Will Fuller, Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, if you think about it, Will Fuller would have taken double coverage. Automatically, Will Fuller gets double covered, and you have to double cover Mike Gesicki, then you can't blitz Tua Tagovailoa because you got to play too high safety. Which means Waddle's going one-on-one with your third best corner, Devontae Parker's going one-on-one with your second corner, and Myles Gaskin's open all day in the middle running the football because he's going to get 4 yards to carry because you can't blitz. You literally have 7 offensive people on one side and 4 defenders on the other. So nobody can account for the running back and nobody account for Tua. At the end of the day, that didn't happen. Okay? Tua hasn't played with anybody who can take a top off of defense. He has no weapons. The term weapon, I mean dictating defense. Patrick Mahomes was doing great last year. Patrick Mahomes had Sammy Watkins that needed to be double covered. When you have to double cover Sammy Watkins and you got to double cover Kelsey, you have Tyreek Hill one-on-one assassinating the entire NFL. Tua doesn't have that. Right now this year, Mahomes doesn't have Watkins. He's struggling. That's one of the reasons why Tua has been playing so bad. On top of that, you give him an offensive line that can't block with 3 guys in the NFL tied for 37 pressures. Like I said earlier, my daughter could have sacked Tua, and she's 2. Because Jesse Davis can't block anybody. Austin Jackson is a drive-through, and Eichenberg is getting killed. So you have no time to throw a football. They're not creating any time. They don't move the pocket. They don't roll them out. They don't give them an opportunity. Unless Jalen Waddle can run a 3.140, he can't get down the field to get any deep passes. There's
not to interrupt you. My bad. Don't mean to interrupt you. You're on the money. Aside from that, no consistency on his receiving room. He's always playing with a different group of receivers. How do you build that connection?
No, let me ask you a better question because I'm going to answer his question while I'm asking you a question. Do you guys realize that Tua Tagovailoa has played more games in his career with Mac Hollins and Jakeem Grant than he has with Devontae Parker?
Sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact, guys.
Hasn't even played with Fuller yet.
The other day, TD made a point and said, Deshaun Watson, what receivers? I can give you 6. You have Brendan Cooks, Will Fuller,
DeAndre
Hopkins.
and the list goes on. Okay, who has Tua played with? Devontae Parker, who you know you can sign up for 2 things. You have to pay taxes, and he's going to miss 9 games. He is. Every year. So who's Tua played with?
Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki.
But Mike Gesicki gets double covered because Mike Gesicki is the only one who has to be covered. So
I agree. I agree.
You double cover Gesicki, you double cover Waddle. Who does he throw to? Let me ask you a question. He has great hair. Does Mike Hollins scare you? No. He doesn't. So how's Tua supposed to succeed?
Like Larry said, Matt Collins is a good receiver. I wouldn't mind him on this team, but he's a 4th string right now. He's
not even supposed to crack any starting lineup in the NFL.
He's not, but he's improving, and I like it. I like to see it.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. This is how bad Tua is. Did anybody know who Mac Hollins was till Tua got here?
Nobody.
Nope.
So in other words, Tua made Mac Hollins.
Yeah,
that's a good
No,
point.
you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that somebody made somebody. Everybody's talented in their own way, and somebody being with somebody.
But I agree. Tua did elevate Mac Hollins' play.
It's like you can't say somebody made somebody, because if somebody made somebody, then I made this guy right here. Everybody say, "What's up, Pete?"
What's going on, Pete? Hey, by the way, hold on real quick before Pete jumps on. I want to shout out, fellas. What's going on, Pete? I want to shout out Larry in the comment section.
Oh,
Larry.
Hey, Larry.
What's up, Larry?
It's done.
Larry, if you comment 5 times in 30 seconds, you might grow hair.
Watch out. Where's Larry? Bring him on.
Nah, Larry said he's getting ready for tomorrow's show.
Look at Pete, 207 Brissett saving season. Oh, come on, Pete. Really?
Listen, bro. I gotta talk from the bottom of my heart.
Just to annoy me. He did that just to get under my skin.
Come on, Pete. Lay it on me. I want to hear it. Lay it on me.
What's your take on the Dolphins' victory? How can we get a victory tomorrow?
Don't say Brissett.
Let him speak his mind. Let him speak his mind.
Look, first of all, it has to be Brissett. That's number one.
We
have to be able to fill every single formation that he brings. He brings different style formations, and you guys seen that. We can run multiple different formations with Brissett. The way we played defense last week. Okay, this is next. The way we played defense last week is crucial. We have to mimic that same defense. The reason why I say that is not because, Pete, everybody knows they played good last week. No, it's not that. It's because last week we played a mobile quarterback in Tyrod Taylor, and he didn't get any rushing yards on us. So I know he's not as fast as Lamar Jackson, but that same style defense, sending the safety blitzes, sending Nick Needham, sending Javon Holland, sending the fast guys after Lamar and getting him quick, not the slow guys. No, send the fast guys. We're going to do that tomorrow. And I feel like we do that. They don't have the receivers to beat us. I know Marquise Brown or whatever. In reality, they don't. We have the So therefore, just that alone. And if we think about it, let's go back to 2019. Go back real quick and let's remember that horrible slaughter, right? How did Lamar Jackson beat us? And think about it. That was Coach Flores' first game as a head coach ever.
He beat us over the top.
How did Flores force Lamar Jackson to beat us? By playing ball in the pocket. Our D-line at the time, our best guy was Christian Wilkins. It's not it anymore. The best guy is Raekwon Davis. So therefore, we're going to be able to push the pocket inside. The blitz outside is going to get him. If he has 3rd and long, listen to what I'm telling you guys. I'm not going to be surprised if we blow this team out tomorrow. I promise you. That's my prediction. No, my prediction is we're going to win a close one. A true close game. We're going to win something. It could be, I'm going to give you two. Like one, it wouldn't surprise me if we go 38-31 and we win, or something like 23-20 and we win.
Let me ask you a
being
question,
serious.
Pete. Pete, I love you to
100%.
death. Pete, let me ask you a question. Pete, hold on, Pete, because you're blowing my mind. Thankfully, I'm wearing a hat. Listen, let me ask you a question. How in the world? I love your prediction because we win, but I'm going to ask you a question. How in the world do you see Miami scoring 38 points? Because this is not Madden, and Jacoby Brissett, as much as you love him, I've never seen the man this season be able to complete passes beyond 20 yards. He's thrown 2, and they were prayers. Okay? Now I'm going to ask you another wait, before you answer, I'm going to ask you another question. You said playing this defense, this style defense. Why on God's green earth, okay, and that's a big earth, have we not played this defense style the entire season? Who's to blame for that? Is that Tua?
That's Flo.
No,
Well, we've had multiple injuries on our best players, which is Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, and they have a lot to do with why you're gonna play that defense. Be honest.
You think okay, so you think it's the injuries, you don't think it's the fact that they let go of the wrong safety.
You cannot play corners on an island if these guys are out. You just can't.
I think they took out the wrong safety, because if you keep Bobby McCain, who knows the defense, and you don't have to play a rookie back there, okay, then you could play the defense, because they played the first 5 games of the year. They weren't injured the first 5 games of the season. So, you could say Miami would be 5-3 right now, even though they lost the 3 games, the 2 to Buffalo and the 1 to Tampa, when Xavier did have the bad hamstring. But I still think we would have beat Jacksonville. I'm pretty sure they would have beat Atlanta when Tua brought them back to be up by 1. And if you play that defense, I don't see Atlanta beating us if we're actually pressuring Matt Ryan instead of giving him all day to throw on 3rd and 10 to what's his name? To Kyle Pitts, who literally made a sandwich and caught the ball and went for 30 yards. So, I mean, as much as we want to say it's Tua, like I said earlier, I think there's a mutiny going on. I mean, I know I have my sources that people don't know about. I don't see Brian Flores being here at the end of the season. I'm telling you now, he's going to get fired. Deshaun Watson's going to prison. Everybody can write this down, because I'm telling you what I already know. Deshaun Watson's going to prison. No, you can laugh all you want. I'm being sincere. Deshaun Watson's going to prison.
I'm with you there.
Aaron Rodgers is going to San Francisco, and we're going to be stuck with Tua again next season. I'm already, and I'm telling you right now, Brian Flores is not going to be here, bro.
You won't.
There's too many players. Dude, your own guy.
So,
Landover's just threw you under the bus, dude. On national TV.
Here's what I think. Deshaun Watson ain't coming to Miami. He's not coming to Miami. I don't know if Flores will get fired this season. I think Ross will give him that 1 extra one. I think he'll be here next season, and that will be the telltale for him. But I think
the main question there is,
what we
will
need
that
to do,
hold on? The main question there, what you said there is, will that be with Tua?
Oh yeah.
That was my next thing. It's gonna be with Tua. It's gonna be with Tua. It's gonna have to be.
And a proven offensive coordinator.
And I'm gonna tell you why it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be because we're not gonna get a QB in the draft. It's pointless to go after another rookie QB right now, without having anything that stands out. So right now it's pointless to go after a QB. We need to work with what we got. So it has to be It has to be Tua, hands down.
Whether you like it or not.
Flores picking Tua, okay, is why Ross will give him another year. But I think next year is going to be the telltale if Flores will be here. But I think that in this offseason, we're going to see a lot of changes in coaches.
Pete, let me ask you a question.
I think Flores realized his mistake on hiring these coaches that don't know their right cheek from their left cheek. He realized it. It's just too late in the season now to get rid of them and hire new ones and this and that, because it ain't going to make a difference. So I think that we're going to get a lot of changes in the offseason to the office.
Pete, let me ask you a question because we've all talked about in a previous episode. We talked about changes. We talked about what things we could do as far as improvement for the future. Um, in the event that, let's say, and then I'm not trying to put that negativity on somebody as far as basically saying Watson's going to go to prison. But let's say in the event that he does go to prison, okay, and Aaron Rodgers does go to San Francisco or some other team in the West Coast. And our option is Tua for next season. My question to you, Pete, is what do you do to surround Tua? What areas would you attack as far as in order to whether it's through the draft or through free agency? What areas do you feel like that we need improvement on that you've seen deficiencies?
Offensive line and wide
First
receiver.
thing,
question.
That's a great question.
first thing I would do is go after the best running back I can find.
Well, I saw the list yesterday, and Mark
Facts.
Ingram is the best one of the best ones on the list.
No.
Not in free
Um,
agency on the draft.
But here's
On
the
the draft.
thing. Here's the thing. I'm being honest. The first two things I would do actually is get the best 2 running backs I can find. I want
Where-
2 number ones.
Whether oh, you're talking about in the draft.
We could get one in the draft and one in free agency.
Okay, I said
Kenneth
I want
Walker.
Yeah, we could get whoever's available in free agency, but get the best one.
Before
And
that,
Kenneth
though,
Walker.
do you spend money on Mike Gesicki and do you spend money on Emmanuel Ogba?
Yes.
Look, here's the thing.
100% yes.
Here, look, I need you guys to pay attention.
We're listening.
No matter how much we want players here in Miami, when their contract is finalizing and is ending, they're never gonna choose to stay here with Greer.
I
The
picked the
Greer,
different, bro.
listen, Greer he's already shown it, so I don't have to give so many details. He's already shown it from his transactions. So he's already considered the gambling guy. That's his name. So he's already shown he's not a player guy. He's a company guy. So since he has that name, players aren't going to levitate to him. Remember, football is like a locker room, it's a brotherhood, it's a camaraderie. Everybody wants to stick together, right? He doesn't like that. He's not that. He's him for himself.
Pete,
So
let me
no
ask you a
players
question. I got a
like
question for you,
Gesicki
Pete.
rather sign elsewhere.
Yeah, but the thing is that
I got a question for you,
all
Pete.
signs right now point, and this is everybody in media talking. Whether the Dolphins want to sign him to a long-year deal, or he accepts, or he decides to go somewhere, he's gonna get franchise tag. That's what everyone's saying right now.
Oh yeah.
So, Pete, I got a question for you. I said this in another live stream. Give me 3 linemen that Greer picked that are on different teams right now that we dropped.
That are
Give me
starting.
3 of them.
Billy Turner, that he drafted. That was a pretty much that. He didn't draft him, but he was part of him.
They didn't draft.
Bill-
Yeah, just three people that he grabbed and told them, "Hey, or develop these guys," and
can't
then and
remember
our
the other
coaches said,
guy's
they're
names right
trash. Let's say Jermaine
Um,
Illuminor.
Illuminor. There's been so
Okay.
many.
Matt
You can name a
Skura.
whole bunch.
Okay,
You could
Masker
even
up.
name
Mascara.
Masker Up, and you can name the other
Okay.
center that we just let
Okay.
go to.
Now listen. How are those players playing right now on a different team?
They're starting.
Mike
They're
Pouncey
playing
left
very
here.
well.
Eric
Remember,
Flowers
Mike-
is playing really good.
well.
Eric
Mike
Flowers
Brown-
is playing really good.
So now,
Remember
being said that,
Greer didn't want to pay Mike Pouncey because
That was a
of
dumb
the
idea.
supposedly the injury stuff.
Okay,
Well, he
now,
didn't
now,
do
wait a
too
minute.
good.
Wait a minute. You're
He didn't do
you're
too
getting
good
off-
in the
you're getting
Chargers.
off of my point.
That guy,
Hold on,
hold
you're
on,
getting
he
off
went
of
to
my
the Pro
point.
Bowl as
Yeah,
a
he went
Charger.
to the Pro
Let-
Bowl. He did.
Let
Never
me
missed
get
the
to my
game
point.
until that
Let me get
one
to my
injury,
point.
and then he was done. Go ahead.
Pete, check me out. Let me get to my point. Okay, so Greer brought in these guys. Our coaching staff said, no, they're no bueno. They went to other teams, and they're fucking killing it right now. Okay? So does Greer know how to pick good players, or does he not?
He has
Greer-
he has a decent track record. He has a decent.
Greer
track record.
knows how to pick good players. The
He's half
problem
and
that
half.
we have is the coaching does not know how to develop the players properly to what we need.
Take
Greer
away,
brought
Okay,
take,
those
but listen,
take away
players.
what he
this is
take
look.
away what he did in the first
Think
round
about
last
that.
year.
It's not
I'm
He
being
Greer's
had
no.
a
This is
problem
what you need to
yeah.
think about,
that
Chachi.
these
This is what
players
you
aren't
need to think
working.
about.
It's
This is
not
what you
Greer's
need to think
problem
about. This is what you
that
need
the
to think
coaches don't know
about.
how to develop. The
Or
coaches
this is
didn't
not.
develop these players, and these players are trash. Supposedly, they go to other teams. They're starters. They're on
That's
fire right
always
now.
been, but
That
that's
ain't
always been
Greer.
the case. But this is, of course, is Greer. It starts with Greer.
How?
Think about this.
How is
Okay,
that
first of all,
Greer?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it's Greer. He's the one that chose to get a head coach with no experience in Brian Flores. He made that decision.
Okay. But he
That's how
gave
it starts
Brian
with Greer.
Flores
Look, let me
the
ask you something.
reins to
Let
be
me
able
ask
to
you
do
something.
everything.
Let me ask you something. If he went out and got a rookie head coach with no experience, that means he is proving there that he wants all the power, right? But my question is, if he would have went out and got a veteran, head coach with experience, do you think we'll be dealing with the same stuff we're dealing with offensively at
Shout out
least?
to David. Shout out to David.
100%, man, because we got the offensive coaches we have. So the problem is not so
But
so
how is
Flores.
how is a different experience head coach gonna have this same offensive staff?
Let me answer that question. So I promise you that any other offensive coordinator with if Chan Gailey was here again this year on offense, we wouldn't be playing how we're playing right now.
Hell no.
There's no way, Pete. There's no way.
First off, he ain't got no favorites, so that's a good thing.
Second of all, he would have said no. Don't trade Eric Flowers. Don't take him away. He would have said, I want to keep Illuminor. Because this is the difference. When you have coaches with experience, they know when a player has it and when a player doesn't. You're gonna tell me George Godsey knew what players to keep and what players not to. I'm sorry, Flores does not know what's going on offense. He let them handle what's going on, and you could see it.
Yeah.
You could see that Flores told George Godsey and the other Fugazi second offensive coordinator, Eric Studsville, which I don't even hear from him anymore. So I don't know if he's the co-offensive coordinator or not. It looks like it's the Godsey show.
Isn't he the one that said? Sorry to cut you off. Isn't he the one that said after a game that if that the defense is the reason why we're losing games? Like he literally threw the defense under the bus like that. Like after that day, we stopped hearing from this guy. We stopped hearing from this guy.
Listen, it's very simple. When you have two co-coordinators, you have none. You have none. You have
And you know
none,
what the
and
worst,
we're seeing it.
and let me tell you what the worst part about that is. You have two offensive coordinators, and you're pretty much dealing with a rookie quarterback. It's acceptable.
And a rookie offensive line.
Yeah, it's acceptable if you're probably doing that to like a Jameis Winston.
Pete, let me
You know
ask
what I
you.
mean?
Let me ask you a quick question, Pete. How many rookie quarterbacks or second-year quarterbacks are doing really well? How many?
None.
I mean, some of them are doing good.
Pete, what's some of them?
Joe
There's
Burrow's
none.
not playing bad.
Herbert,
Joe
Joe
Burrow's not playing
Burrow.
bad.
They're winning. They're leading the division right now, both of them.
You said
That's-
one.
Don't think, wait. Time out. I'm
Want to
going
know
to cut
why
you
though?
off.
Want to know why though?
Don't say they're winning because last year Tua was winning and we were saying it's because of the defense. I don't want to hear they're winning.
The point is,
Don't-
Pete.
This is the
don't
thing,
think-
man. You see,
The point is, Pete. The
Wins
point
and
is,
losses are not a QB stat.
no. The point
to
is,
me,
Pete.
they are, and that's just
The
where I stand.
point, Pete.
No, that's a
Listen.
team stat.
It's a team stat.
The
yeah.
point is, the
Balls
point
is always
is
the
that there's
quarterback's
not many quarterbacks in the league in history that come off the gate running, man. Usually it takes 3 years. And we have to, as a fan base, get off that mindset that, oh man, he's played 14 games and he's terrible. We got to move on. Because that's an anomaly. What Justin Herbert did last year doesn't happen all the time.
Nope.
Explain
Well,
why.
but
Explain
look,
why though. Explain why though. Explain about what
Yo,
because a lot of people
shout
don't
out-
understand.
Shout out to God's son number 2 in the comments. He's a Ravens fan. Ravens Nation
Like,
in the building. What's
I
up,
think
brother? Thank you for joining
How's
the
it going,
channel.
buddy? Thanks for supporting, man.
Hold on,
What?
Godson. Well, I think you were mentioning yesterday, like this scenario that Herbert and Pete could deny this, but the scenario that Herbert got into as far as that team is the same scenario that Andrew Luck got into when it came to going to the Indianapolis Colts. You had a great team. Same thing in basketball for the Spurs for Estefan. It's the same scenario. David Robinson went down. The team was still good. Then they ended up getting Tim Duncan the very next year. Now David Robinson's healthy. Boom, you're back in. In basketball terms, in football terms, Peyton Manning went down. They had a horrible season because they had no quarterback. They were able to draft Andrew Luck. You plug him into a system, and the guy balls out. Now, at the end of the day, same scenario. Phillip Rivers in the Chargers got hurt. Unfortunately. Still a great team. Good offensive weapons. Decent coach. In the Chargers. There's an echo. Somebody has an echo.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's me.
Somebody,
I'm sorry.
somebody likes listening to you twice.
So basically, they got put into a situation. Listen, we're not gonna take anything away from the kid. The kid slung the arm. He was throwing that ball. He was scoring touchdowns. Wasn't winning any games, but he was doing his thing. I can't lie. I spoke bad about this kid coming into the draft. I thought he was gonna be a bust. I thought he didn't have no love for football, and I was completely wrong about the kid.
No, wait, time out. Not just you. Everybody. Nobody liked Justin Herbert. Okay, 5 people, Pete included, he did. The other 98% of people did not want Justin Herbert here. Now let's be realistic here. Tua Tagovailoa has never played in his career with a Keenan Allen. He's never played with a Mike Williams. He's never played with an Austin Eckler.
By the way,
I'm sorry to cut you off. And let me clarify one thing. People say San Diego didn't have a good offensive line. San Diego did not have a good run blocking offensive line.
And what did they do? And what did they do this year, Big John?
Their pass blocking. And their pass blocking. I know, but their pass blocking was never an issue last year. It was their run blocking. Okay, that's people don't get. At the end of the day, just like me and Chachi were comparing the statistics the other day for Tua. 22 touchdowns total, 9 interceptions with no receiving core. When your most consistent receiver is Jakeem Grant, fumbling himself, what do you expect from an offense? The guy's a great gadget player, but he can't catch a football.
That's a great point, and the notion, Pete, because I've been hearing it on multiple platforms, is that Tua has no arm. But let me remind you to piggyback off Big John. Chan Gailey had Tua throwing deep last year. The problem was that it was hitting receivers' hands.
Akeem Grant.
Drop.
And they're dropping them. And he had no Grant. Now,
this is the issue that you guys don't realize with Tua's arm. Tua does not have arm strength. Listen to what I'm telling you clearly. No. It's really bad. Listen to what it's really bad.
Phillip Rivers didn't have an arm.
Listen, I could wake up at 4 a.m, grab a football, and throw it 45, 50 yards downfield.
Pete, I need to see a video of that.
Okay, I could do it. But listen, I'm not gonna wake up. Okay, I'm not gonna wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and throw a bullet 30, 40 yards downfield. That's the difference. It's the velocity of the ball that we're talking about, where people don't really realize the problem with Tua's arm strength. They sit here and cry. No. Big John, let me finish. They sit here and say, but I've seen Tua throw it 40, 50 yards downfield. Listen, it's lobbing in the air. You threw it downfield. That's not hard to do. It's just lobbing. But when you're trying to throw those contested catches that are in outside throws, 20 yards, 15 yard out, he does not have the velocity to throw it. It literally has to be a timed route for that to work. Cornerbacks with Tua do not chase receivers. They're looking at him, backpedaling, looking at him. So anticipation throws are not going to work. Are you listening?
Okay.
But go ahead.
Hold on, Big John. Hold on, Big John, real quick. Not to start to cut you off. And Pete, good take. I want to say something. Everybody that's watching right now, please hit that like button. If you haven't, if you already hit the like button, we'll appreciate much love from everybody. If you could subscribe to the channel, we got big things coming. Just subscribe, keep watching. We love the support. We got good news, and it's gonna come soon. But you guys just gotta follow us, stick with us. And if you're out there, just please hit that like button. Sorry about that, Big John.
Big John,
All right,
please
now-
let me go
Every
first.
every
Big John.
Tuesday at
Go.
8 p.m. Right
Big John,
here.
let me go
Every
first, please.
Tuesday at 8 p.m.
The floor is yours.
Pete, listen, I'm gonna give you a few responses to that, right? Because you're right, he doesn't have velocity, right? I want you to when you can, if you're on your computer, please do this. How many playoff appearances does Phillip Rivers has with his marshmallow arm?
I'm outside hanging out with you guys. I can't be inside like
Whenever you can, bring that to next Tuesday. Whenever you can, I want you to look up how many playoff appearances Phillip Rivers with his balloon arm. That is, you talk about lobbing in the air and letting it hang in the air. I want you to research. I want you to look at a few highlights too of Phillip Rivers throwing the ball.
You see,
I
the
want
thing
you
is,
also. I also
listen,
want you. Wait,
listen.
hold on. I let everyone let you speak. Hold on.
No, I know, but
I
you're
want
talking about
you-
Phillip Rivers, and
I
I know
also
Phillip
want
Rivers
you.
very well.
Well, because you say, well, the reason I mentioned Phillip Rivers, and I'm gonna mention more. Joe Burrow doesn't have a cannon.
He doesn't have a strong velocity.
Okay, so here I go. I'm gonna give you another quarterback, and I got plenty. I got a list without even looking. Phillip Rivers, Joe Burrow, Drew Brees doesn't have a cannon. Steve Young didn't have a cannon. Peyton Manning didn't have a cannon.
The White Mamba.
Facts.
Peyton Manning had
Listen.
a cannon.
Listen, Manning
After
did
he
not have
had
a
that
cannon.
bad
Oh, he
neck
did not.
surgery, then he was done.
Listen, he won a Super
That guy
Bowl.
won a Super
He
Bowl
won
with a
a
bad
Super
neck.
Bowl. Listen, he won a Super Bowl throwing balloons out there. Go look at the highlights.
That's how you see. Look, exactly.
Well, go look at the
look at that
videos.
Denver team. Go look that year with Peyton Manning. That's what.
Well,
Tua
no, let's
looked
stay
like.
on the
everybody,
topic. Let's stay
everybody
on the
look at
topic.
this
Peyton Manning.
comment.
Let's stay
Everybody
on
look
the
at this
topic.
comment right
Let's stay on the topic, Pete. It doesn't. Arm strength does not matter. How many quarterbacks have won a Super Bowl with no cannon of an arm?
Listen. The difference is right. The quarterbacks you guys are naming never came out and never not knew the playbook. That's number
Peyton
one.
Manning threw 22 interceptions.
Hold on. But he took chances that rookie year and he was aggressive with the throws.
And they were
Number two.
terrible.
Hold on.
But he
Number
wasn't
two.
injured, Pete.
All of those quarterbacks you name me, those Hall of Fame quarterbacks you guys are naming, right? None of those guys had little small hands like Tua.
It
You
don't
guys
matter.
tend to
Listen,
forget.
Tua doesn't have small hands.
He has small hands.
No, he does not.
He has small hands.
Hey,
On what
Chachi,
metric?
drop
On
the
what
link.
metric?
And
Joe
the
Burrow.
NFL,
Joe
and
Burrow's hands are smaller than Tua's.
Chachi, drop the link for anybody out there that wants to discuss the same situation we're talking about, that wants to back up Pete when it comes to him talking about Brissett and Tua. If anybody out there wants to jump on and
there's
and
not
add to
even
it.
comparison. To
Joe Burrow
Brissett
has
and Tua.
smaller hands than Tua.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does. Go look at it. They measure hands. Go look at it.
Go look at that. He does have smaller hands, but let's
Way smaller hands.
Let's
You've seen that
Listen.
sandwich commercial with the guy that's holding the burger that his hands look tiny? That's Joe Burrow.
Did you see that touchdown pass to Mac Hollins on last Sunday?
Did you see the one Tua threw the one before that?
No. I'm saying in the goal line. Did you see that goal line touchdown to Mac Hollins?
Okay.
Tua does not
Okay.
do that, buddy. Not
Tua
the way
did
that
that.
pocket broke.
What are you
Listen, not
talking
the way
about,
the
Pete?
pocket broke. Look at that
Pete,
play.
what do you-
You have to look at that
Pete, Tua
touchdown
hit.
play.
Tua hit Mac
Tua
Hollins
cannot
on
hit
the
that
goal line.
pass.
Hold
Tua
on.
cannot hit
a
that
second.
pass.
All right, time out. Everybody be quiet for 1 second. Let me ask you a question, Pete. First of all, I'm going to answer before. Okay. First of all, Tua's problem as a quarterback, according to everybody, was never inside the red zone or in between the 20s. In the
Never.
20s.
Yes,
was
it
not in the
is,
red zone.
dude. Yes, it
Listen,
is.
no,
That's where
real quick,
velocity
real
on the
quick.
ball gets. That's where the
Hey, real
defense
quick.
gets tight, dude. Listen to what I'm telling you, bro.
Read the private message.
It's hard to pass it in there.
He Fins, read the private message. Big John, you ain't saying
I got
nothing,
it.
bro.
I got it.
Listen. Guys, I gotta go right now.
Big John,
I gotta
Big John,
charge
you
up the
ain't saying
phone.
nothing, bro.
Appreciate you
You've
guys
been
having me
mute.
up. I'll be backstage listening in, but I'm like at 3%, and this thing is gonna turn off. So if
All
it
right,
turns off, I
appreciate it,
won't
Pete.
be able to be backstage listening in. I'll be back up if it gets some good charge.
Dale.
All
Hey,
right,
have a good one, Pete. Look at those videos I told you.
Hey, shout out to Heat fans too. Thank you for coming
Defense,
on.
hey, have a good one, man. Thank you, bro.
Come jump back on. If nobody's in the backstage, just jump on back on Heat fans. If anybody's in the backstage, right now, if anybody wants to jump in, we're gonna drop the link for StreamYard. Anybody? I see Irving. What's going on, Irving? Haven't heard from you in a long time, man.
All right,
Want to see?
can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we
I
Yeah,
hear
hear
I
you.
you,
can hear
Big
you now,
John.
bro.
What was your take, Big
You
John?
were completely silent. You were talking. Your lips were moving, but no, nothing coming out.
Hey man, God did not want me to talk to Pete. I'm going to tell you.
Man, that was off the
Now,
wall, Pete.
now, here's what I'm going to say. Tua's issue was never in the red zone. Everybody was saying Tua's issue was pushing the ball down the field. Okay. Now, when you have no receivers that can beat one-on-one coverage at all, you cannot throw the ball down the field when they don't block for you. That's one. Two, one of Tua's elite traits in college and in the NFL, based on who he was coming out of college, was elite anticipation.
And
When you have anticipation and accuracy, you don't need the strong arm.
Of course not.
Okay. Now, if we're going to talk about strong quarterbacks, we could easily bring up Jamarcus Russell, who could throw 80 yards off of one knee, but couldn't read a defense to save his life and spend his entire career drinking codeine. Okay, so let's keep things in perspective. And no, it's true. He was drinking codeine. He got in trouble by the Raiders, Chachi, for sitting there and drinking codeine syrup, and he was always high, bro. That's a fact.
Feels like
So,
Ricky
I mean-
Williams was always high.
Hey, real quick, John, before you keep going. If the link is in the comments, you guys want to jump on and let's talk a little bit. Give me your perspective on what you think. The title of the video was the keys that the Dolphins need to do to be able to take out this win over Baltimore. If you want to jump on, tell me what you think, and let's talk. Go
For
ahead,
anyone
John.
that's never been to StreamYard and basically is watching for the first time on YouTube out there, you don't need a microphone, you don't need a headset. All you need is a phone, and basically it's gonna ask you if your audio is working and your speaker's working. You don't even need a headset. If you have headphones, you can plug them in. It sounds better, but you can literally talk straight from your phone and just putting it out there. Just hit that link through StreamYard, and you'll be
pop
right
on.
here with us. You'll be right with us.
And you don't have to show your face. You don't have to be on video.
No.
Just come on in, challenge us. We love it. We invite it.
We welcome
Hey,
everybody.
don't feel bad. Pete is so bad he doesn't show his face, and we love him, so it doesn't matter.
He needs to go. He needs to go do some homework, man. He needs to come. He can't be saying Tua has small arms, small hands.
Listen, I've been trying to piggyback off of that, and this is a quote from one of the best quarterbacks of all time, Dan Marino.
Yup.
Okay, regardless if you have a strong arm, a shitty arm, you cannot defend a perfect ball.
100%. I
You
love that
cannot
quote.
defend a perfect
Facts.
ball. That is a
love
quote
that
from
quote.
Dan Marino.
I don't
Love
know,
that.
man. I love Pete, but he's got me questioning some things, man. When you know the guy's hand size, you know, sé que lo que estaba midiendo, pero you know.
Let me add to what you were talking about, Big John. Let me add to that.
There he is.
Pete, hold on. Before we keep going, I wanna call some people out. I'm not gonna call you out by names, but I'm gonna say this. There was a lot of talk last 2 weeks about how we got rid of Tannehill and Tannehill's doing so good. Listen, we're not gonna get into the specifics of what he's doing on his team right now. That's a quarterback for another team. Well, I appreciated his time here. I never talk bad about the man here. If anything, I was one of his supporters when I would go out here on local places and everybody would say, we're done with Tannehill. Tannehill's garbage. Tannehill's trash.
I still got his jersey.
I still have his jersey. I backed that man up from day one. Now, it sucks because we live in a city where basically the team, there's a lot of pressure, and we haven't had a successful winning quarterback since Dan Marino, right? A lot of this fan base, at least people that I know that I hang out with on the regular, our young fan base, they did get to see a little bit of Marino on his tail end of his career. But at the end of the day, we haven't had the luxury of having a monster of a quarterback, right? Playing the position. So the first thing that we had to remotely close, because Chad Pennington played good for us, and Fielder didn't play too bad either. But the closest thing that we saw something building up was Tannehill. And we gave this man 7 years. So I think the fan base at one point they're scared that they think we're gonna try to give Tua that, and they don't want to even get remotely close to the time they gave Tannehill, which is respect. I agree with it, and I'm totally down for that. I'm not doing that with Tua. But like Miami Sports Gio was saying earlier, simple, very simple, guys. If you give this kid, you surround him with something. I don't care if you put me out there on the offensive line. If you give me somebody that really, because Robert Hunt, he's playing pretty decent. He's good on the run, but we need pass blocking. If we solidify this line, we add 1 to 2 more veterans, and you let these guys grow, and you hire somebody that has decency skills as far as being able to put players in the right place on the offensive line, and you're able to do that, and you give Tua a full season, and then see what you have after that. Even with the receivers we have right now on the current roster, I think we will be able to make some noise. And that's just simple fact. On top of that, add the running backs. You add, I'm down with what Pete said. We had a running back in the draft. We had a running back in free agency. Cut the fat, and we could even keep Gaskins. If you don't want to, we could keep Gaskins. We shelf him. We could be second string, third string, whatever. Because Gaskins is a serviceable player. I like Gaskins.
He's a good number 2.
He's a good number 2. But
that's what he is.
I am down to have a lead back. We need a lead back.
Kenneth Walker, so we need a draft.
Good example.
We need a 3-down back.
I got something for you. Give me, we're gonna start to kind of end the show here a little bit. So give me your 5 things the Dolphins need to do to be able to pull off this win.
Well, I don't want to like take points from everybody, so I'm gonna try to take points from my own opinion. That run game that we have, our defense has stepped up big time the last 2 games. Well, actually, last couple games. If you really look statistically, we haven't had many people run on us, right? So if we're able, it's easier said than done. If we can limit them when it comes to their run game, and that includes Lamar Jackson, that's a key to success. If we're able to keep him in the pocket, that's a key to success. We want to make him throw. If we get to him and we rattle him, listen, we got some big boys on that line. You said it yourself. You got Raekwon Davis in the middle. That guy's an intimidating. I don't know if you guys ever seen him in person, but that's an intimidating looking dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He's a meta-human. If we could get to him and rattle him, that's gonna help. Another thing, obviously, we would love to see Tua. A lot of people said that report came out this morning from Flores. He said that a lot of the swelling has gone down. Obviously, it's going to be a game time decision. I hope he puts Tua in the game. If Tua were to get re-injured, let it be. But at least I know the kid wants to play, and the team really wants him to play. The team wants him to play. So that's 4.
That's right.
Yeah.
As far as 5, we need to try our best to establish a solidify, give us something on the run game. We need to run the ball. I know we're not too great. I know Gaskins, I think Pete called it in another show. He averaged or I think Big John. He said 1.7 yards per carry. He had like 20 something carries. We barely had any rushing from him. But hey, there's a guy out there on the practice squad that'd be nice to add by the name of Jared Dokes. Maybe we could try him out. See what we have.
No way,
man.
Really?
We have this guy named Jared Dokes. Why not try him? You know.
Look,
I agree.
Let me tell you.
I actually would like that.
Let me tell you what we need to do tomorrow night.
Pete, give me 5. Give me your 5 keys that the Dolphins need to do to be able to win this game.
5.
Coming up.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my first one since this is the easiest one already.
Don't
The
say
first
Jacoby.
one. No. Oh yeah, Jacoby must start. That's part. Okay, that one is a must. I can't believe you guys with Tua, man. Like, stop with Tua. He's not very good. Like, seriously. But all right, Jacoby must start is 1. Number 2. Number 2 is, listen to me, and even early on in the game, we must go for it on 4th down, bro. What do we have to lose here? The thing we can't do
somebody's
is
phone is
lose.
vibrating.
It is.
Really?
Whose phone is that?
You hear what the phone is saying, right? You hear what the phone is saying, right? That's Tua's little vibrator, bro.
Pete, what else you got, Pete?
Listen, the second one is we got to go for it on 4th down. Every 4th and 5 and short, I don't care, bro. We got to go for it. There's no excuses.
I'll take that.
Now, the third one is obviously our defense has to come in play. We need to blitz the hell out of Lamar Jackson, but like we did last week against Tyrod Taylor with the fast guys.
The safety blitz.
Safety blitzes. Nick Needham, he
I
gets
like that
Lamar
take.
Jackson. He hits him 2 times like he did Tyrod, like that one. Oof. That's going to be
I like
beautiful.
that. I like that take. I like
And
that.
my last
Agreed.
take, you guys are gonna love this one. My last take is we need to go on Instagram and we need to find out if Lamar Jackson is hanging out with Kodak Black and them. Because if they are, then we know he ain't gonna be able to move. He's gonna be turned up on that field.
Hey,
all
Pete, hold
drunk.
on. Let me add a stat out there because a lot of people don't know about this, but I sent it to you guys on private chat a couple of days ago. Brandon Jones and Javon Holland are ranked 1 and 2 in the NFL as safeties at quarterback pressures.
Facts.
And they've been playing more.
and
And they've been playing more the last 2 weeks. What a coincidence!
Because McCourty's out.
That's a good point. That's exactly what I was gonna say. You guys noticed Eric Rowe snaps went down, and I was wondering.
Eric's
has
a
he been
liability
injured?
out there.
But I haven't even seen Eric Rowe get up like slow off a tackle. You get me? Like you would notice when a guy's injured. You haven't seen Eric Rowe get up, slouching and limping.
And that's what we want to see. We want to see these young guys.
Emmanuel Agba had to tell Eric Rowe to tackle that guy.
Oh yeah, when that. Oh yep, I know what play you're talking about. He got mad. He snapped.
And he's a veteran.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Are you sure he's going to be hanging out with Kodak Black? He might be hanging out with Deshaun Watson at the massage parlor.
Nah, guys. We're touching a really sensitive subject.
It could be because Big John, Deshaun Watson is our quarterback. I mean, last time I checked, you know,
He's going to jail,
the last meeting our boss had with a quarterback was with, you know, Deshaun Watson. It wasn't even with Tua.
And you know what Deshaun told him, right?
I did it.
You know Deshaun Watson told Steve Ross, I did have a consensual sexual encounters with 10 of those women.
Pete,
I don't
what
want
are
to
your
get
last?
into all of that.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. Pete, what are your last 2 takes as far as a victory?
Coño, he had like 7.
Oh, you
No,
said
I
that
know.
you said blitzing him with their fast guys. You said Jacoby playing, and you mentioned exotic blitzes.
and pretty much those 3. Because when you're going for it on 4th down, playing that aggressive, what you're really looking for is, you know, going on long ass drives. We need to go on some long drives and kill
We
the
usually
clock.
do.
We
We
need to,
also
you know,
said
yeah,
going
but we
on
need to
now.
finish them. But this is the main point why I say we need to be aggressive, guys. Is when we're in the red zone, no field goals, Papo, no field goals. You keep Jason Sanders and get him drunk. Forget about it. Let him party because we should even go for 2-point conversions at this point. Because we need it. Like, listen, every point we can get, we need to scramble them and try to get them. It might hurt us going for it on 4th. It's a gamble, but it's a gamble worth taking, especially if you're on a long drive and you fail, then you go on a 3 and out. Lamar is like slow. You do it again. You go on another long drive and go for it again, and you do it again because now Lamar Jackson doesn't have that rhythm in the game. You're taking him out of it. He doesn't have that sauce. So that's the way I feel, man. Just keep.
Pete, I think we're 2 and 11 on 4th down conversions, bro.
And the only way we get better is if we keep trying.
Yeah, 2
True.
of there will work.
And let's not forget. Look,
Gio.
one thing I really hate about this season is I don't care who the quarterback is. Right? Listen to me clearly. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is, but the fact that none of them can sustain the whole season. Like as a player, you have to get in rhythm, in tune. At some point you might go on a stretch. You know how remember Ryan Fitzpatrick? This guy will go on good stretches and have big explosive games, and then he'll kind of like die out for 2. But he might win those games he died out because he forced teams to play some sort of way, but he wasn't there. But we're not giving our quarterbacks that, bro. And unfortunately, look, I stand on what I believe. Tua has never been hurt. He's just been benched. That goes to the rib injury and this finger injury. But that's just my belief. That is my opinion. I understand if people want to believe he was, you know, hurt with the ribs and he was hurt. Just pay attention to how the season is. Look at how bad our offensive line is and think about the teams the Dolphins bench Tua in and look at their defensive line. It's almost like I feel bad. that we're going through this. But at the end of the day, I just want to win, right? As a fan, I just want our team to win, and whatever it takes. Well, even if we have to play both of the guys, who cares? I truly don't
We
care.
need a W.
Let's get the win.
That's it. We're on
Yeah.
our final straw.
Hey,
No more else, guys.
Gio,
We lose one more, we're out.
give me your 5 keys. Give me your 5 keys to the Dolphins winning this game.
Get off the field defensively as much as possible. It will be a long day if we're not getting off on third down. It will be a long day, and we'll be sipping that codeine like Big John was saying. If we're not getting
It's
off the
gonna
field,
be
on
us,
third
the
down.
fans, getting pulled up, right? All because of Lamar.
Offensively, I'm with Pete. We need to convert third downs. Baltimore is ranked 9th in sacks and 8th in quarterback hits. We need to find a way to convert on third downs and keep those drives long. Keep Lamar and that offense on the sideline as long as possible. Let them get in their heads, like what's going on? Why are we not able to move the needle? We need, unfortunately, to establish a run game. We need to find a way to get creative on offense, whether it's George Gotzi came out yesterday. Oh, most of our runs were uphill. Bueno, people, like if most of your runs are uphill and nothing's happening, change the runs to the outside.
Jared Dokes.
Change the runs to the outside. Create some installs for this game where you're creative on run games.
Bro, you know what? Just sorry to cut you off. Why don't we try to run something remotely close to a Wildcat, and we can put maybe Albert Wilson. Maybe do something creative with him. I don't know.
Don't mention Albert Wilson, bro.
Hey, don't take my take, man. Don't take my take.
What I'm saying, wouldn't you say like you could run that guy off a screen, let him come right behind you, right behind the quarterback, and just remember what he did for us like 4 years ago?
Yeah, the jet sweeps.
Yeah.
Do something, man. Do something. Get creative.
I got a question for you guys. What are some of the mismatches you guys see in this game?
This man right here. This man right here. Dolphins put him up on the elevator at the stadium. Mike Gesicki right there.
Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki.
Yep.
Guy's gonna eat all day.
So I could say.
What else you got?
We need to take shots downfield, man.
Yeah.
We need to have plays where we're spreading that ball out, we're spreading the receivers out, and we need to take those shots downfield because you take a few shots downfield, even if you're missing them, man, the defense is going to step back. And when that defense steps back, that improves your running game chances. That improves the little dink and dunks you want to do. Right now,
what about stepping back? When you start making cornerbacks turn around and not look at the quarterback anymore, that's what you got to really do.
Right.
Yeah, and you got to do that, man. We got to get creative on offense. I'm tired of seeing the same thing over and over and over. These defenses are loading the box on us because you know what they're saying? They're not going to take deep shots, and they're right.
And the worst part about it is, I don't know if you guys noticed this, man, but be honest with yourself. With Tua, they shade inside.
There you go.
True.
Listen, Baltimore is 7 for 11 on fourth downs. They don't punt the ball.
Yeah.
When they try to go for it on fourth down, we need to stop that.
You guys don't think, and I don't care if it's Houston, bro. We won at home. They fed off of that. That's big energy. Any given Sunday, right? At that win on last Sunday, winning at home is going to make this stadium. I think there's going to be a lot of Raven fans too. But that's going to bring a lot of people to come after that win. They feel good, and it's a big game. Those fans are going to be like, all right, show me you can win a big game. They're going to feed off of every little big move our fans do.
Yeah, I understand that, Pete, and I've let everybody talk, but at the end of the day, man, listen, you need to get off the field on third down. He already said it. He's absolutely right. The offensive line needs to man up, all of them, and play their best game of the season, or we have no chance because the only way you're going to throw the ball downfield is if they block enough to let people get downfield. Okay,
but you
you know
guys
they're
take
gonna
it
go.
into.
You know,
You guys act
let me,
like the offensive line hasn't had good spurts. That's what I'm talking
no,
about.
wait, no. Wait. I never. You're jumping the gun because I didn't say that. I said man up because of the defensive line they're gonna be facing. They're not facing the Texans now. They're facing Baltimore. Okay? You need to man up because those guys are going to come after you and they're not going to play dink and dunk football. They're coming to bust you in the face. That's how they
Physical,
play.
not
Okay?
physical football.
So at the end of the day, whether they've had good spurts, right now they can't have a spurt. They need to play the game, block, give them time, whether it's Tua, whether it's Jacoby Brissett, whether it's me. I would prefer them put Albert Wilson.
Look, check this out.
I don't care.
Check this out. Now, this is something I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me or not, but I'm just sitting here and I'm telling you exactly what it is. With Brissett, this bad offensive line, pay attention to last game. We didn't get many penalties or holdings. You know why? Because they don't have to hold their blocks long for Jacoby. If they're beat, they're just going to be
Yeah.
like, this guy's the backup quarterback. Let him
But
give
Pete,
dog.
look at
And
the
they're not going to
defensive
get
line.
penalized.
Look at the
Okay?
Houston
With
defensive
Tua,
line.
they have to hold, bro, because they can't let that guy get hit. That's a big difference. I promise you.
Bro, there's a
Okay?
big difference between Baltimore's defensive line and Houston defensive line. They're good. These are ranked top 3, top 5 in the league, Pete. Whether it's Jacoby, whether it's Tua, it's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
of sacks that they're gonna have. They're gonna get sacks.
Yep.
But look, but like Miami Sports Fanatics said, we have to hit them deep. That's their weakness. And
Yeah.
our strength, what is our strength? Spreading it out. That's the Ravens' weakness. When we spread it out with all our guys, that's why I'm like, what's up with Preston Williams, bro? We need this guy because, bro, Mike Gesicki, I know more than likely Mike Gesicki is what? He's our slot, right? Guess who's
Yeah.
their slot cornerback? Marlon Humphrey. That's literally their best cornerback on their team. That's
Yeah.
who it is, their slot corner. He's going to be on Mike Gesicki or on Waddle. That's telling me
One of
who's
the
our
guys is gonna
outs.
be open. One of the guys is
No,
gonna be
no,
open.
no. Yeah, but let's say Tavon Young is gonna cover who? That guy's
Kirk Merritt.
5'8". He,
I have a feeling
Tavon
it's gonna
Young
be the Kirk
is
Merritt show.
5'8", bro.
Captain Kirk.
How
Look,
big is Captain Kirk? Because Mac
6'3",
I don't
Hollins.
know.
He's like
Mac
6'2",
Hollins. How big is Mac Hollins?
6'6".
I think
6'6".
6'4",
Listen.
I think.
If I'm Miami, I put Waddle and Gesicki on the same side. I take away their best 2 cover guys and Humphrey and this other guy. And whoever little small Tavon Young is covering, that guy has not been able to stop anybody. Put the height on that side like in Hollins and just throw it up.
All right,
Throw it up.
let me. We're gonna be ending the show in a minute, but I'm gonna say this real quick. I think one of the best plays Miami can do the entire game if they get in the Wildcat. I don't know why they haven't pitched the ball to Jalen Waddle, but you need to get Jalen Waddle more involved and get the ball in his hands as much as possible because he's the only difference. He's the only difference maker that you have on the field as far as can get away from any cover guy. As good as Gesicki is, he's a 50-50 guy. He's not going to outrun Humphrey. He's not going to outjump Humphrey. You're going to have to get other people involved. Albert Wilson and Jalen Waddle. If you don't get them involved, there's no way in hell you're going to score. Simple as that.
Let me tell you something, Big John. I'm gonna tell you right now. They already getting him involved, bro. What are you talking about? They're force feeding that guy, making him get these little crossing routes. They're force feeding. This is what they need to do. Listen to me. I'm sorry, Big John. Let me just tell you. This is what they need. What do you guys want? You guys want every week 8 catches and 60 yards, or do you guys prefer? Wait, or do you guys prefer 4 catches and 100 yards?
Let me talk, bro. I want Jalen Waddle to get the wildcat pitch and run the ball to make them have to pump up.
You gotta open up. No, you gotta open up this offense with Waddle. You gotta put that guy on the outside. Listen, you gotta put that guy on the outside. Listen to me, Big John. You gotta put this guy on the outside. You have to run
against this team. I'm with Pete.
No, and every game. Listen, every single game. We shouldn't be doing what we're doing with Waddle right now. We need to line that guy up on the outside and have him run deep pattern.
But that's play calling, Pete.
Okay, but
we've called deep plays, just not with Waddle.
you're not letting me get to the point. To get Waddle deep, you need to be able to cause confusion. The only way to
No, you
get
do
them.
not.
Let me finish talking for once. What you need to do is run Jalen Waddle on the sweep in the Wildcat, make them chase him around, give them some sort of a running game to respect to be able to throw deep. Because if they don't respect you running the football, they're not going to let you throw deep. Period.
Okay, listen,
Facts.
I agree with that. I
listen,
agree with that.
listen.
Hold on,
If you line up
Pete.
Waddle, if you line up, I can't hold on 1 second, please. I'm sorry.
No,
If
go
you
ahead.
line up Waddle outside and you're running deep posts and deep bombs all game, they have to respect it. I don't care who you are. And 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 just that alone, what that's gonna happen is you're gonna throw less times to Waddle. But that's fine because now what that opens up is guys like Albert Wilson can do these easy, simple routes that they're force feeding the ball to Waddle in. These little crossing routes and these little baby slants. Albert Wilson could do that easily, but they want to get the ball in Waddle's hands so much they're forcing it to him on those routes, hurting us in other dimensions. That's all I'm saying. He could open up guys like Gesicki to get covered by lesser corners if they line them up outside. But
Right.
Gesicki is sometimes facing number one corners.
Let's see what the defense does tomorrow on our offense. Let's see.
Hey Pete,
Yep.
I appreciate you
Now
coming on,
with
and Big John, appreciate that.
Thank you
Love you
guys,
guys,
man.
man.
Thank you, Pete.
definitely.
Ends up
Now
38-31. We win tomorrow.
All right, man.
now
Let's
with
do it.
my 5 um
Keys to
keys
victory.
of success for the Dolphins to win this game. Number 1, the O-line needs to stick together and create some protection for no matter who is back there, whether it be
Brissett,
Brisket,
Tua.
whether it be Tua, whether it be Watson, whether it be Dan Marino. I don't care who's back there. Number 1 key, offense needs to stick together like a wall. First key. Second key, we need to create some type of run game. This handing the ball off and getting stuck right there at the line of scrimmage, not being able to get at least 3 yards out of a run is just ridiculous. They need
It's
to figure
terrible,
something
man.
out. They need to
Terrible.
toss it out to the outside, pull a guard or something like that off to be able to go and run block for them on a toss out to the outside or something like that. I mean, they need to get some type of run game going.
100%.
Another one. No anticipation. If they're gonna throw the ball, you gotta let it rip. You cannot anticipate on should I not. That should already have been thought of as soon as you've seen it. If you're gonna throw that ball, you need to throw it the first time you see it, and not when you think that it's okay.
You mean no hesitation, right?
You're right, no hesitation. Like you got to have that anticipation to be able to throw that ball. And there's not really 5 that I think, but I think that this one is my most important one. And it's 0 mistakes. You gotta play mistake-free football. You cannot play the Ravens and give up an interception. You can't play the Ravens and be on a 3rd and 1 and have a holding call. You can't have mistakes against the Ravens. The Ravens are a tough team. They play hard. They play to knock your head off. And I don't think that Miami is here to play that way. I think Miami's more of a finesse. They're going to finesse you to death. So I think that the most important one out of my keys is 0 mistakes. Having that said, we appreciate everybody that came on the show tonight. I thought this was a great show. We had great conversation on everything that went down. I thank everybody in the comments. We thank everybody in the comments from the bottom of our hearts, coming out here and showing us love, definitely interacting with us and asking us questions and all that good stuff. We love it, and we only hope that it gets better and bigger as time goes on. Don't forget, guys, every Tuesday, 8 p.m., we go live.
Hit that
live
like
right
button.
from here.
Subscribe.
No editing, no nothing. What you see is what you get. Okay.
Want to say something real
Live
quick
and
before we
free.
leave, guys? Before we leave, because we're
Go
gonna
ahead.
throw some good luck. Well, good luck. I just want to show you something, guys. Last time I put it
Go
on,
ahead.
we won a game. So hopefully we wish us luck. Give me 1 second. Let me put it on.
Hit that like button, guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hit the like button before you get out of here. Hey,
Woo!
you gotta get me one.
Dolphins, baby.
Yeah, I gotta get me one of them jokers right there.
And we need some of those, man. Where'd you get that, Bat?
Oh, for real. Hey, shout out to Dolphin Don, man. He's been following me since I first started. So shout out to you.
I
Dolphin
appreciate
Don.
everybody on the
Definitely
comment section. Thank you all for joining.
Definitely. Much love to everybody. Again, don't forget every Tuesday, 8:00, right here on Miami Football Talk. Come join us. Get on the channel. Next week, we should have to be able to put 10 people up on the channel. So we can have some real good conversations. However, things is not going to be like every other channel. Everybody's going to get their chance to talk and say their piece. Okay?
That's right.
That's the way we're going to do it. Also, you got to be respectful. Respect is earned. It's not given. So definitely, you got to be respectful. We respect you. You respect us. We can disagree on everything. We might not agree on the same thing, but I'm definitely gonna defend your right to be able to say it. All right.
That's right.
Having said that, much love to you guys. Appreciate everybody that came out. Anything you guys want to tell them?
You want to go first, Batman?
Nah, man. Just want to say much love, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for everybody that actually showed up to the comment section. Much love, man. Shout out to my girlfriend again in the comment section. Appreciate it.
Hey,
And
shout out,
everybody that
girlfriend.
joined, man. Hey, listen, feel free next week. Jump on, talk to us, man. We're gonna have a show. We're gonna have a blast. Listen, man, this is a place that everybody's welcome. All right, doesn't matter if you're Baltimore, Dolphins, Pittsburgh, you Patriots, Steelers, whatever you want. You come on down
No,
here. We
forget
can
the
talk
Patriots,
football.
bro. Forget the Patriots.
Much love, though.
I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
love
I'm just
everybody.
kidding.
Peace up, fins up. Let's go for victory, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday talking about this victory we got. Love you guys.
Right.
Not a bad. Love you, brother.
All right, have a good one, man.
Got it. Last one on here.
Everybody, man, let's hope for a victory Thursday. I know it seems like a stretch against this team, but I mean, any given Sunday, any given Thursday, man, we just gotta keep rooting for our team. We just gotta keep it going, and hope that we get better from here. And that's really it. We're gonna be here like Miami Football Talk said every Tuesday, 8:00. Please join the family. We're gonna grow from here. So everybody that joins in the comment section, hits that like button. You're just helping out the community, the Fins Nation. We're all in the same family, So much love, everybody. Have a good night.
Definitely. Hey, I appreciate you, brother, and we'll talk. All right.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night. All right. Before we go, I definitely want to give a couple shout outs here. So please bear with me while I pull this up. All right. Gonna go back here a little bit. So shout out to Edward Ripley. Shout out to Sean Griffin. Shout out to LTR. Shout out to Josh Lugo. Shout out to Angelo Riggi, Morgan Williams, Milton Hunter, Chris Willings, Heat Fins, Chibi the Edgehog, and Kevin Kelmans. And then last but not least, Ahmed Kamal. A huge shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Much love. I can't do this without you guys, so I greatly appreciate you guys coming out here and showing the love, man, and the love that I have for you guys for sure. Final thoughts is we can win this game. Like I said, the biggest issue is going to be mistake-free football. We cannot have any mistakes. But until next week, much love. Love y'all. Be safe. Be courteous to others. Love each other. And if you can, hug each other. but with a distance. All right, bro. Much love. This your boy Chacho with MFT. See you next week, Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Peace out.